What's up? How is everybody doing? Midweek check-in, Wednesday's check-in. How are my beautiful people? I hope you're all doing fine. This is Kiah from the Eyes Wide Open podcast. If you guys are curious about why I, as an empathic person, appreciate emotional detachment, why I am emotionally detached, why I've come to this conclusion, just stick with me because I got a little episode coming for you guys right now. But first, we're going to cue the intro. I haven't said in a few episodes, but cue that intro. Pew. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 36 of the Eyes Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Kiah. Thank you guys for tuning back in. It's always so good to be able to come and chit chat with all of you, to see all of you, and I wish I could see you for real, but just to interact, you know what I mean, to spill my spillage for the week to everybody. It's just been like so therapeutic and like, you know, whoosh. Let me show you guys my Christmassy situation I got going on, my shirt. Okay, good at being naughty. The Grinch, the lighting is gonna be like eating that shirt up, but you know, you guys get the gist. The Grinch and Max. Gotta love. Okay, so if you are not following me on social media, make sure that you follow me. I am not going to sit up here and tell you all my social media names. Look in the description box below when you are liking the video. On your way through liking the video, hit that description box. And all that you need is right there in that Insta bio link. You can check out my Facebook, my Twitter, like everything. All my other episodes from the podcast. I have tarot reads on here. Just lots of different content on the YouTube channel. And if you are listening to me just through the audio, take your tail over to the YouTube channel. Check out my other content. I have other things on there for all of you, okay? Anyway, let's get into today's topic. As you guys can see by the title, if you've clicked, it is about emotional detachment. I know a lot of people are probably like, Kiah's not emotionally detached, like, girl, bye. Anybody who knows me knows I'm like super in tune emotionally and usually very connected like that. And I think that I really wanted to come on and tell you guys why I feel like I wanted to make sure my phone was on silent. Anyway, why I'm choosing or have chosen to be more emotionally detached, and kind of give you my spillages to why and what's working for me. This is not going to be for everybody. I already know. I'm not trying to say that being emotionally detached is like this like wonderful thing. I'm just going to share with you where I'm at, okay? Rock with me. Most of y'all already know. Rock with me. Okay, so interestingly enough, I do have moments where I choose to be very emotionally detached, especially when it comes to work, funny enough. The very first job that I ever had really played into that strong. I was very like open with my life and my world and things about me, and it really did not serve me to be that way. So I remember being like, I will never do this again at a job. There's like a boundary that I have with people that I work with now. And it's like, no offense to them. It's just specifically because we work together, I need to be able to separate the two for me. And it was really nice doing that into a different career path. It was a much more pleasant work experience doing that. I felt like the first situation, my first job, it was a lot of like drama and like gossip and like everybody's talking about everybody. It was just so much. Oh my gosh, it was just aggravating, like ridiculous. My experience more of the job I had after was so much easier because everything was more so based around just like work and what I did. I'm sure there's gossip and rumors, possibly so. I'm not the topic of that, nor do I have to hear about it very often if I am. But I think that it was just a lot easier for me. I mean, the structure of the first job was just different. They're just different jobs, okay, guys? It's fast food versus like corporation, so it's just different. Um, and that's probably, sorry, my laptop's over here. So if you're hearing noise, that's what it is. But I felt like being emotionally detached was actually like the best thing for me because it helped me be able to focus on, my task work more so than to be people focused. And I'm a very like people person. Like I love talking to people. I can get intertwined in conversation for forever because I love to talk. But there comes a point in time where it's like, okay, I have to go to work. So being able to always have like a hard boundary there, it's like, I like that. I like that. And then hard boundarying my own personal life, even better. There's totally things that I open up about. It's just what you pick and choose to open up about. And just, if you guys knew, I worked in fast food. The confines of the area you're working is like a lot of people in a small area. So you were just kind of always with people. And that, I had a different experience with that job. But I think that I went through so many things like emotionally at both jobs. And one thing I definitely noticed is that I do like to be able to separate my personal life from like professional working life. If the environment is not called for that. I mean, I'm sure people who work like artists work in the industry and stuff like it's intermingled, but specifically with what I do, it just doesn't seem like it has to be that way. So I try not to do that or intertwine that too much. But applying some of that to actual personal life situations has been a huge game changer for me. I feel like normally as a person, I'm very like peppy, upbeat. When I care about people, I really effing care about people. Like I love my family, I love my friends, like I have deep well of love, but that can rock me because I'm an empath. So when you're an empath, you can pick up on people's energies like hella easy, their emotions real easy. It's almost like you feel what they feel. And when you are a person who can be emotionally attached, like, oh, like I tie emotion to things, people, like that's how I feel normally. I think that it has served me a great deal to like have this boundary in order to be able to not feel so heavily, because sometimes it's like I'm just taking in so much and I'm feeling stuff that I don't even need to be dealing. Like I'm feeling other people's energy and that's not what I want to be doing. Like that's a very uncomfortable thing to just, emotion is not just like tears and stuff. Emotion is like happy, sad, anger, pain, grief. Like there's a lot of emotion, right? So like being an empath, sometimes you absorb that off of other people. And I think that being emotionally detached is probably one of the answers I have had for that, because it's allowed me to still connect on a very deep level with people, but without overly pulling my heart into it. If you're a person who's already not like that, maybe this is not the type of thing that you would need. But if you are a person who always finds yourself like very attached to things like, just picking up on other people's emotions very easily, almost like when they're feeling it, you can almost feel it off of them. Like, whoa, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Like you pick up on emotions very, very easily. It might be worth your while to just consider what it would do for you to like just emotionally detach from situations, like just a little bit. Allow things to just kind of be. Like I think that you tend to use your mind a whole lot more than your heart. And sometimes we know that using the heart is like super called for, right? But there's a lot of times that we let our heart overpower logic. And logic is a lot of time what you need in like the tangible world. So when it comes to certain situations, I try to think like, okay, logically, like, what should I do? But like, completely detach a little bit so that you can really think about the situation, and then consider your emotions, not force or overly attached to them where you're like so hard on them. And I've been guilty of that completely. I feel like my detachment usually comes in anger. I'm like, I need a break. I need to back up because I start to get to like, But now I've really, really learned like the importance of having that moment in lots of different emotions in my life. Like not letting myself get too overly attached like in any way, because over attachment is not good either. Like over detachment is not good. Being completely detached from things is not healthy, but neither is being overly attached to things either. So it's like when you're an empath and you're a person who does pick up on emotions very easily, you want to make sure that you're considering your emotions, because like you can absorb other people's emotions so much that you're not doing what you need to do for yourself because you're picking up on like a lot of energy. Do you get what I mean? Like you're not able to separate and create that hard boundary of what you need versus what someone else is needing. And then it can have you making like misjudgments a little bit. So I definitely feel like detaching emotionally a little bit and not being so like overwhelmed like tremendously helped. I can count a couple of scenarios that I've been in where I have not exactly handled something like properly, you know what I mean? And I look back now, like we all have those moments of like, let me look back of like, life, like you're reflecting on what's happened in the past, just kind of what things are going on. You have that moment of just deep reflection, like, I think in that moment, it really showed me like the importance and the value of not getting overly into my feelings about things and in my heart space about things, because there is always like the tangible, realistic, logical side of something that even when you don't like it, you should be able to detach enough to see the situation for what it is so that you're not like overly emotional about a situation. It can drive you into like depressive states because then you're over analyzing. It's just a lot, right? So I definitely think that detachment for me, if you are a person who tends to overly like, like attach onto things, like it's hard for you to let them go, or it's hard for you to, you become overwhelmed easily. You find yourself overwhelmed with emotion very easily, or picking up on other people's emotion and you're taking that in. Try just holding a boundary for yourself of how much you're going to accept inward with regards to people's emotions. Try not always feeling like you have to jump to solve issues for people. That too. Just minding the fact that you have your own emotional gravitational field, right? And people need to respect that. Like you have your own emotional bubble. A lot of people think that people who understand emotions very easily don't get emotional, but like, yes, some of us do. This is why we understand emotions so well, because we spend so much time dealing within our own, that when other people come and they want to just dump things on you, of course, if you're willing to take it on or if you're asking for it, cool. But this is why I'm saying set the boundary so that you're really able to, no, I can't take that on right now. Yes, I can. Like, please don't be afraid to set that. And I think that people will respect you, but if they don't, that's their loss. I feel like you want to be able to help people to the best of your abilities. And when you are dragged down and overwhelmed emotionally, you're not going to be able to logically talk to anyone, right? You're not going to be able to logically advise anyone because you're too much into heart space. You're not logically analyzing the emotions. You're in the emotions. You see what I'm saying? I think that detachment is going to be the key to help a lot of you. I know I didn't share like a whole story or anything, but I just wanted to come in like this short, sweet like revelation that came to me when I was thinking, and I've been thinking about this a lot, but now is the time to speak on it for all of you. But I think this has been very healthy. Like I said earlier, do not think it's healthy to be emotionally overly attached or detached from anything or to anything. But I do think it's very healthy to find a balance in being able to deal with both sides of the situation, okay? So I hope I helped somebody. All my empaths out there, shout out to all of you. If you are listening to this on Wednesday, the Caution Women at Play podcast is going to be going live on YouTube and on Facebook. So please check us out. The link is going to be in the bio. You guys should go subscribe to that YouTube channel. If you are listening to this and you're not subscribed to me, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Subscribe to me. How you doing? Hook a girl up with a subscriber. I'm sure it's somewhere over here. Check out my other videos, last videos I've had posted. I've got other content, like I said in the beginning. I appreciate you all for being here and listening to me. And I know I do a lot of this with my hands. Don't make fun of me. But I will talk to you guys soon. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Okay?